The following episode of the Top Gun Show is being provided for the sales partners of NXTSYS as yet another valuable tool to help your customers make informed decisions. Enjoy. Well, welcome to the Top Gun Show, where I try to bring you new providers, new technologies, and introduce you to the best professionals in the industry, all so you can make an informed decision. Today, I'd like to welcome Ranuka Nadkarni, the Chief Product Officer of Aryaka, the sponsor of the Top Gun Show. Ranuka has exceptional experience in startups and large publicly traded companies. She has a specialist knowledge in cloud IaaS technologies, cybersecurity, and network and cloud security. She's been instrumental in the launch of new businesses at VMware, Infoblox, NetCitadel, and Nevis Networks. Recently, she spent over 6 years at F5 Networks as their security CTO, and is well known as a cybersecurity expert. Ranuka, welcome to the Top Gun Show.
Thank you, Steve. Excited to be here.
Yeah, you kind of blown me away with those credentials, man. I don't know if I don't know if I'm worthy to interview you. This is great. Well, hey, there's a lot of buzz about SASE, and now it seems to be going away, and SSE is the next big thing. What do you think about that?
Yeah, let's think about that. You know, when people say SASE, it's really to solve the next generation of the problems that are happening because of what we call as digital transformation. And we all know this was happening for decades. And because of the recent COVID and the other elements, it has accelerated by tenfold, right? So the way I like to think about this is the industry was very network centric to begin with. Your users were in the offices, applications were in the data center, and everything we did around that, whether it's networking, security, observability, was very confined from a networking dimension point of view. Now, with the digital transformation, what's happened is your users are anywhere and your applications are anywhere. They could be as a service, like a Salesforce, they could be in the cloud, they could be anywhere. And while that's happening, the challenges that normal enterprises have, like how do I do access control? How do I make sure my applications are available? How do I protect against fraud, breaches, and so on? They still remain the same. So the entire paradigm of like how we did networking and security in the past is now changing because your applications are anywhere and users are anywhere. So SASE was this kind of a like a vision or the answer to solving that problem. So I wouldn't say it's going away, to be honest. I think it is a problem that's here and now and here to stay. We absolutely need to address this concern and this problem that our enterprises are.
Very well put, man. I love that answer. Very thoughtful. Love it. Well, so is Aryaka a SASE vendor or an SD-WAN vendor? And how should channel partners categorize you? What should they think about Aryaka?
That's a great question, Steve. So here is the thing. Aryaka is a customer-centric company. We are following our customers' digital transformation journey. And as they are seeing new challenges and new problems, we want to go ahead and basically help them accelerating their journey, help them solving that journey. So when we started Aryaka as a company more than a decade ago, the problem we were solving was on the networking side of things. How do you give global connectivity with unmatched performance, guaranteed SLAs, no matter where you are? That was the problem statement that we started to solve for. And as part of that, we built this amazing fabric, which is a WAN fabric that allows you global connectivity with guaranteed performance, no matter which country, which region you are in. And that's something which is super unique to us. And that's something which we have been working with a lot of channel partners to take it, to serve it to our customers and offer that. Now, what's happened is because we already own that networking plumbing, we are now putting security on top of it. So think of Aryaka as a highway on the network, on the internet. So we are like a super fast highway with guaranteed speeds and so on the internet. And now we are adding checkpoints on that highway. We are making sure that we have cameras that identifies which cars are going. We are adding security on top of that. right? So the way we would like to consider, we would like to be thought about is, we are solving customer problems here and now, and in the most effective way that's possible. So we would like our partners to take us to the customers to solve real world customer problems. We are not too concerned about whether we label ourselves as a SASE vendor or a SD-WAN vendor. As a matter of fact, one of the analysts told us that our solution is closest to the by the book definition of SASE vision. So they said you are one company that's actually closest to, in fact, fulfilling that vision of SASE.
Got it. Got it. That makes sense for sure. So why is Aryaka unique, and why should a channel partner choose Aryaka over other alternatives and more established players like Palo Alto and Zscaler?
My short answer is because it works. And I'm not kidding when I say that, because I have spent 20 years in security building all kinds of fancy security technologies. And one thing I learned over the time is security is only good if you can enforce it. If you have a great security product, but it does not have a way to be effective and be enforced, it's actually meaningless. And that's exactly what's so unique about Aryaka, which is we own the plumbing. We own all the traffic that is going to the internet. And while we started with SD-WAN as a WAN fabric, we want to call ourselves Zero Trust WAN. We will make sure that whatever abilities you have in terms of securing your LAN, we want to extend the same capabilities when you go to the WAN. So we want to call ourselves a Zero Trust WAN solution. And from that perspective, it's actually very unique to somebody like a Zscaler, or any other SSE vendor for that matter. And the reason we think SSE category or the conversation is happening is because people don't actually have a way to implement SASE in the right way, which is what Aryaka can do. So when you use a SSE vendor, you have to carve out your traffic. You have to say, oh, okay, this ports protocols, I'm going to do a proxy, routing and so on. And only a part of your traffic goes through that security edge. Now, that's not how attackers think. Attackers don't say like, oh, I'm going to stick to port 80 only, and I'm going to do this HTTP protocol or, that kind of security. Attackers think of, carpet bombing and attacking your network from many different ways, which is why having a full pipe assessment with something like Aryaka is actually way more effective than that. If you look at Palo Alto, they have pretty much every single solution under the sky which talks security. But then guess what? To make it work with each other is a nightmare. So when channel partners think about us, my short answer, I'll go back and say again, is use Aryaka because it works. And it'll make you super successful.
Well, you had me at because it works, but you gave a lot more content there. Well, Ranuka, I know you're busy. I'm going to let you go. Thanks for spending time with us on the Top Gun Show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks for having me over.
Thanks for watching, everybody.